Oh, wow. We got some very interesting news regarding the phenom, Terence Bud Crawford. According to Turki Alalshikh, he drops a bombshell regarding Crawford and his career. Many of you do not notice and know what's going on. In this video, I will break it down. Roll the clip.
Justin Fundora, the WBC champion, and obviously
said,
the number one option.
They said to us, the people on PPC, they said to us, they finishing fight for him against Spence. What can I do?
Okay, and then the number one option, when I spoke to Virgil, was Terence Crawford. That's the dream option. Terence Crawford. Was there any conversation with Terence?
This is I try and I push to do this fight, but Crawford now is not ready and not training, and he have small little health issue, little injured, but he prefer to fight with us after May and after May.
That was a brand new interview with Turki Alalshikh, who's heading up Riyadh season. He did a brand new interview with Ariel Helwani on his show. And out of nowhere, he drops a bombshell regarding Terence Crawford. I can't say out of nowhere in terms of what he's saying. I'm saying out of nowhere, no one knew about this. But the line of questioning brought this out. So the question was, they were basically wondering how Virgil Ortiz came to fight Madrimov, considering he's fighting Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury undercard. He's on that card in a dangerous option with Sergey Boachuk. So Turki is explaining how they are trying to get a fight for Virgil Ortiz and how they arrived at Madrimov. The question was presented, basically, you guys heard it. What about Terence Crawford? People want to see Virgil Ortiz, Terence Crawford. He says, I tried to get that fight done, but Crawford has a small injury and basically needs time to heal, and he wouldn't be ready by February, but he wants to do business with us, and he wants to perhaps fight on a further Riyadh season card in May. Now, speaking of May, because he said this has led some people to believe that he could fight Canelo, because payday, you want payday, I know that. We all know what month Canelo Alvarez fights, or what months. May, Cinco de Mayo week, so the first week of May, and also September. So some people are now hopeful after Turki has said this. But coming off an injury, moving up in weight, we don't know. We haven't heard nothing from Canelo. I'm not going to take it that far. I haven't heard any details about that. But is this true? Or could this be a ploy and, a public rationale of why Crawford is not fighting Virgil Ortiz? I don't know. Because Turki, before he was saying anything about Crawford being injured, he was saying that I'm going to offer Terence Crawford the Virgil Ortiz fight, and I do not think he will take it, but I'll make the attempt. So to be honest, I don't know what's up. I don't know the extent of the injury, maybe it's something small or whatnot, but according to Turki, through his own words, I don't know if Terence Crawford was interested in fighting Virgil Ortiz either way, because it seems to me that Terence Crawford, he's done what he's done in his career. He's had whatever moments. He's 2X undisputed. I think Crawford is looking for a big fight, and he is not going to settle for anything that he deems not to be adequate. And I think he wants to get paid exceptionally. So if it ain't about that, then I don't think you're going to have Terence Crawford. And I think he's on that cusp of wanting to retire, but he's not removed. No one removed him from the game or beat him. So he's open, but I think he's going to only be open more so on his terms. So if it's a fight where he feels it doesn't make sense, or he's not going to get a crazy payday, maybe he doesn't take it. That's just my speculation. But I wanted to make you guys aware of this because nobody's talking about this and nobody seemingly knew that Terence Crawford was even injured. So I'm curious to see if Crawford will address this and state what's going on. Again, it's created an avenue because he said Crawford wants to fight for us in May. People are immediately taking that and saying that Crawford's gonna fight Canelo. Me, I have my doubts about the Canelo Crawford fight. Personally, I don't really care to see that. I think weight classes exist for a reason. And to me, it's not that interesting of a fight. I'd much rather Canelo did what was right and fight the winner of Morrell versus Benavidez, things like that. Fight Bivol if he beats Better Biev in a rematch. Fight Better Biev if he wins, you know, things like that. And Canelo, some people would say, oh, you don't want Crawford to move up. Crawford just moved up to 154 and he had a tough time with Madrimov. So why would I want to see him just because he says and because he's a great fighter? Now I want to see him move up 2 more weight classes in one fell swoop to fight Canelo Alvarez. It don't make sense. Versus Canelo, he's fought at 175 twice against Kovalev and against Bivol. So if he fights the winner of Benavidez Morrell or the winner of Bivol, a guy who beat him, and Better Biev, that still makes sense. Let me know what you guys think. Crawford allegedly injured, you know, according to Turki Alalshikh. Subscribe.